back to the 8th concession. My name is Natalie. Doesn't it feel this time of year like you're always in the kitchen? The garden is just coming in fast and furious, and today, while there are lots of things I'd like to be doing out in the beautiful sunshine, the tomatoes are starting to overwhelm me, and I thought for the first flush of harvest of tomatoes I would do the easy thing, which is to freeze them. Later I'll be canning. That's mostly when my plum tomatoes come in, my sauce tomatoes. But with a lot of these slicing tomatoes, we can't eat them fast enough. They're just basketfuls every day. So what I do like to do with these, because they are a bit juicier than the plum tomatoes, is I freeze them and I use them in soups and chilies in the winter. They're quick and easy to preserve, and they're quick and easy to use. So I'm going to do that right now and try and get a little bit ahead on the tomato harvest, because I think tomorrow I have to pick the plum tomatoes and there's going to be a lot of them. So let's get to it. So I already have a pot of water on the stove coming to a boil, a big pot. But the first thing I have to do with these tomatoes is wash them, and then I core them just with a paring knife, taking out the core. So once I throw them in the boiling water and then the cold water, the skin slips off really easily. So that's the first chore. The tomatoes are all ready to go. Now I did find one that was too damaged to use, so that's going to go to the chickens, and a couple that weren't quite ripe enough, so I'm going to set them aside for fresh eating. The water is at a boil, and now I'm going to fill the sink with cold water to blanch the tomatoes. Once they come out of the boiling water, I put them directly into cold water. That kind of shocks them. That makes the skins easier to remove. And then I'm going to put a colander in the sink. So once I have them peeled, they go in the colander because I like them to drain a little bit. If I put them directly into bags, I find there's a lot of juice. So I put them in the colander where I kind of chop them up a bit, let the excess liquid drain, and then scoop them into the freezer bags. It's as easy as that. So what you're looking for when you're blanching tomatoes is you're looking for the skins to split and kind of, can you see how that's split there? So you know it's going to come away easily. Should take about 60 to 90 seconds or so, and then put them directly in cold water. I fill a sink with cold water. I find that the easiest way. And I transfer them over, just using the lid so they don't drip water too much. This is one time having no kitchen countertop is a good thing. I like using a sink instead of a bowl because the water's going to start to warm up as more and more hot tomatoes go in it. So it's easy to add cold water or to drain a lot of it out if it gets too high and add cold water. So I can keep the water at a nice cool temperature for the tomatoes. So as I'm working, I have my pot here, the cold water there, the strainer where I'm going to put the tomatoes after I've peeled them. And then I just have a bucket down below for the skins, which will go to the compost. And so that's all I'm going to do. Slip the skins off, drop them into the bucket, and then chop them into pieces that will be easy to use, and let them drain a little bit in my colander here in the other sink. When my colander starts to get full and has drained for a bit, then I just take a slotted spoon and fill bags, which I've already marked with a 22. So there you go, all done. It's not a difficult job, but it can be a bit of a sloppy one, and as usual, I made a mess. But in the end, I got 6 bags of beautiful garden fresh tomatoes, chopped and ready to use in soups and stews over the winter. So I hope you're keeping on top of the tomatoes coming out of your garden. Bye for now.